Are you trying to get your kid to talk to you? I've got some advice from one mom to another mom. First thing, slow down. I feel like as a mom, I was always rushing around. There was so much to do. Get them up, get them dressed, off to school, pick them up, feed them dinner, boom, boom, boom. Do all the checks on my list. I'm sure the whole while I'm giving off this busyness vibe. Imagine if I wanted to talk to a friend and I saw them so busy and so much to do and I didn't want to slow them down and interrupt. Now imagine if you want to talk to your boss and you see them busy and they keep telling you, I got so much to do, there's so much I haven't done. I don't know if I'd feel bold enough sometimes to stop them in their tracks and say, I need to share something with you. I know some of us would, which is really cool. I admire that. To slow down as a mom means to begin to create that space. We can strategize as moms, figure out that time. Maybe you kind of already know it, a time that your kid just like naturally starts to share. But if not, you can try some things out. In the morning, if maybe you get up a few minutes early, 10 minutes, 15 minutes earlier, go to the kitchen, you have your coffee, your tea, whatever you drink in the morning, and you've created this little nugget of time. If your kid's a morning person and they are just chatty, there you go. That's the moment. It's awesome. If you're not a morning person, I definitely was not a morning person. Another time of day that could be really cool for it is picking your kid up from school if you do that. There was something about being in the car. As soon as the kid gets inside, I've got my hands on the steering wheel, I'm looking at the road, and then suddenly one of my kids at my ear just telling me all these things about their day, their teacher, their friends, their lunch, whatever. If that's your moment, keep the music down, pause those plans in your head about what you're gonna cook for dinner, what you still need to do in the day, and see if you can pay attention and listen and hear what's going on, because there you are. Maybe your kid's tired after school and they don't wanna talk. I often didn't want to talk at that time of day either. I just got off work. Another time of day that might work, your kids do homework. We did it around our dining room table. I would sometimes bring over the mail, sit down, instead of running around, doing laundry, vacuuming, what other chores I needed to do. Sometimes I would just sit, bring my laptop maybe, do some emails, be available. You're creating this vibe of time, space, openness. Maybe your kid has a question. Mom, I need help with my math. Help them with their math, and then suddenly, boom, can't stop talking. About their friends, about their soccer, about their dreams, their fears. It might all just roll out. Close the laptop, put the mail down, be present, be open. Sometimes the moment comes when you may not want it or expect it. It's a compromise. But if it's your intention, you're going to be ready. One of those moments for me was that time after reading a story, tucking the kids in, it's night, they're going to sleep. I'm already starting to think about mom time, maybe have a glass of wine, eat some popcorn, watch some trash TV. I'm turning the light switch off. Boom, then the question, Mom, were you ever afraid? Sometimes sharing starts with a question. They're feeling it out. They're feeling out the vibe. Is it safe to share? Mom, were you ever nervous? Mom, did you ever cry? Whatever it is. It took everything inside of me to slow down, postpone mom time for a few minutes, and respond. Yeah, I have been afraid or nervous or all these big emotions. Yeah, I have. In fact, just yesterday I felt scared or whatever. And then maybe instead of going into a big story of me sharing, I turn it back to my kid and say, how about you? And then wait for it. If it's a big emotion, it might take that extra moment to let the words come out. But there it is. And it's something about that darkness and that cozy bed and that evening time where big thoughts can come out. And it can be really cool But sometimes it can be really overwhelming because sometimes they have a question that I'm not ready for, a big question about life, questions I've not answered or don't have an answer for, or don't know what I should share with my kid because they're 5 or 7 or 12. And that's okay. That's actually cool. I think it's cool to say, yeah, that is a big question. I don't know. Or I used to think I knew and now I wonder. And now my kid and I are wondering together. And this sharing from my kid and from me is like connecting us, and we're wondering together. You may get some information from these moments, things you didn't know, things you'll need to solve. Mom, I hate soccer. What? Thought you loved soccer. Mom, I hate cheese sandwiches. What? I thought you loved cheese sandwiches. Whatever it is, it's going to be a lot of different things. But solving the problems can take a moment. You can take a moment. Take till tomorrow. Solve it right away. Either way, start with listening. Start with creating that space when someone shares. You can also just say something like, whoa, that's big. Whoa, that's scary. Whoa, that's cool. It can be simple. It can be easy. You can allow yourself time later to think whatever you want to think. But in the moment, you're just creating that open space of sharing. The reality is that when you create that open space for your kid to share, you're creating that open space for yourself to share with yourself. You're going to listen to yourself in new ways. And when things you don't like come up, you don't maybe like that your kid's afraid, or you don't like your kid's nervous, or whatever these crazy ideas we have, by listening, by holding, by loving, you're gonna find a way through it all. And you're gonna find a way for yourself to be more vulnerable to yourself. It's just that process. That's the cool thing about mothering. You're doing all this work, you think you're doing it for your kid, it comes back. Love for yourself. It's powerful. You've got this. You can do it. I'm here rooting for you. I'm so excited. You're going to build this relationship with your kid you're going to have for the rest of your life. It's freaking awesome. I wish you all the best. Take care.